What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new up in this place, my name is Untitled, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on this video once again. We are well on our road to 3,000 subscribers, you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribing. And if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, I would encourage you to consider subscribing, because here we share our experiences on the CA journey, and yeah, we learn from it, otherwise we're on our goal. I think I'm on point with my subscription goal. I think I'm actually gonna hit it sooner than I thought I would, but when I get there I will definitely let you know and we will celebrate somehow. Getting on to today's video, happy Valentine's Day. If you are celebrating Valentine's, if you're not celebrating Valentine's Day, happy Sunday. I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. In light of Valentine's Day and in light of the month of February, which is the month of love, I decided to share a little bit about my journey, trying to get into a relationship, but also trying to pursue a degree, honors degree, and obviously pursue the CA designation. So I think a lot of people, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this. I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of people who are on this journey hardly ever talk about relationships and how that influenced their journey or how that impacted their journeys, right? So I wanted to make this video to let you guys in on how it went for me during the time when I was in a relationship, and I was also trying to juggle and get through the degree, get through the honors, until now, right? A couple of years back, I think I was in first year or so, I was in a relationship and it was great. It was a nice relationship. We enjoyed ourselves, we enjoyed being together, all the lovey-dovey things that couple do, we would do. And I feel like at that point in my career, I still had a bit of time. I think I had a lot of time, so I could juggle seeing this person, being available as a partner to someone, and also still be able to maintain my study routine and focus on my work and whatnot. Luckily for me, the relationship was a long distance relationship, so there wasn't any daily meetings that I had to attend to, if I can call it that. But there were definitely phone calls, long phone calls, overnight video calling and all of that, right? So I think first year was it was easy going, because first year was not hectic and whatnot. Coming up to second, third year, things started getting a bit tricky, because obviously second year and third year are a lot more difficult than first year, but things started getting a little bit tricky. I needed to be more intentional with my time, in the sense that yes, I would still video call, I would still go on the long 5-hour calls. Don't know how I did that, but I still used to do it, but at the same time I was intentional about, okay, I'm gonna hang up now, or we need to hang up now so I can quickly do this chat, or between the hours of so and so I will be studying, and we'll probably just be texting, whatnot. I was never really the kind of person who used to switch off my phone when I study. I've always had the discipline to know that right now is time for more important things than my cell phone and whatever's happening with it. So it was not really a problem. And at the time, my then partner and I had an understanding that during these times we are busy. And the one thing that really helped me a lot, I don't know if you guys do this or it's just me, would have study dates, right? So we agreed that on a Friday night we're not gonna go out with friends, but rather we're gonna go out on a date to the library. And it was cute. I feel like it was cute. We'd go to the library and then we'd study together, like virtually. Would have a study date, maybe between 8 and 9 p.m. or for however long we wanted it to be. So we'd have a virtual study date, and it was nice. Like, hey babe, so how far are you? okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It was really encouraging to know that the person that you're in this thing with is also on the right track with their studies, is also focusing, but at the same time you're making that about you guys. I don't know if you guys understand that. So I think another thing that I was really liking at for me was that that person was also doing the same course, so we spoke the same language, rather. So we understood each other a lot, and we would have, even when we're on these study dates, would be able to discuss a certain topic. So if we decide that on a Monday we'll go on a study date and we will do for instance, mergers and acquisitions, then would speak mergers and acquisitions over the phone. And I don't know, I feel like that brought us even closer and closer together. But I cannot ignore the fact that sometimes relationships can be distracting, especially on the CA course. I'm not saying other courses it's easier, but I'm just saying this is the one I've had experience with, and this is where I've seen that people can get distracted because of relationships, especially if you're dating somebody who's not in the same course, or you are in CTA and dating someone who is in undergrad, or you're in undergrad and you're dating someone who's in CTA. The moment you're at two different levels with your partner, it becomes a bit of an issue. It's easier when at least you're in the same stream, even if you're not in the same year. But if you're in the same stream, they at least have an idea of how difficult this thing might be for you if they're not at that point. But if you're dating somebody who's doing a different course to you, or who's doing something else with their life, rather, and not necessarily studying, and they don't seem to understand what you're doing, that can get a bit tricky, because now you have to make a compromise between enjoying your relationship and spending time with them, but also you have this nagging feeling at the back of your mind that I should be studying, I should be completing that M&A question paper, So it can get tricky when somebody you're dating is not in the same course. I have had an experience where I was with someone in the later parts of my study career who was not in in the same course, and it was always difficult to navigate that relationship. There's always this thing that people say. I think it's a meme that's on Twitter, and they're like, if she's doing her CA articles, bro, just focus on yourself, because she's never gonna stop working. I think it's the same thing. Like, if you're not in the course, if you're not studying the same thing, or you're not doing the same thing, you'll never really understand. That is why, for me, when I got to CTA and I broke up with my then boyfriend, I had decided that, you know what, I'm not gonna do this whole juggle relationship and try to pass CTA thing, because it's not gonna work, especially if you're with somebody who has never been through it. Someone who's not studying the same course, they just don't seem to understand. They feel like the more you devote your time to your studies, you are compromising their relationship, or you're not giving them enough time. So I then took a decision that, you know what, I'm not going to try and juggle a relationship with CTA again. I am literally just gonna 100% focus on this thing. And it was not an easy decision. It's days like these, like Valentine's Day, where you wish you had someone to go out with, because at the end of the day, life is not just about the studying, it's not just about the working and the overtime. Sometimes you need to unwind, and you need to have conversations, you need pillow talk, you know what I mean? So it can get daunting, that's all I'm saying. But what I would really want to say to you guys is that throughout my experience, I've seen that it's easier to juggle a relationship with somebody who's also doing the same thing, right? Because they understand what's going on. They understand when you say, I can't be there on a Friday night, I can't be there this weekend, I can't do it this Wednesday, They understand, and they know what you're sacrificing for. Which brings me to the next thing. Like, you need to be stern, you need to be intentional about your goals, right? If your goal is to get that degree, if your goal is to get that CTA, if your goal is to finish whatever it is that you have started, you need to prioritize that, right? So relationships can be tricky, and the worst thing about them is that it's nice when it's just starting, but the moment it ends, it takes away a piece of you. And if you're already in CTA requires so much of you, so much of your mental health, so much of your willingness to live. Nje. It requires a lot. Now imagine when someone, an external party, is already taking bits and pieces of you at the same time. So you need to be careful around that, and I have learned my lesson through that. So I'm glad I went through it and I can share this experience with you guys. But I think it's tricky. I think it's tricky because at the end of the day, life is not just about the CA thing. You know, we still need to live. We still need to have healthy relationships that we can give our time to, that we can devote ourselves to, right? So yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to say. I don't know if I mumbled or rumbled in this video. I don't know if it's gonna work, but that was what was on my mind today, as it is Valentine's Day. And I thought about it, I'm like, it's been a rough couple of years, you know, trying to juggle a relationship with this thing. But at the same time, it's not impossible. You know, you just need to find the right person who has the right mindset and who supports you in your dreams, who supports you to get that degree, to get that honors, and to finish whatever it is that you start in your life, right? That's the whole point. If you can get that balance between having that relationship and pursuing that degree, then you're good to go. So that was all from me, you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. How has it been for you? Has it been great? Are you coping? Have you had some partners that understood and some that just didn't get why you're not available all the time? Yeah, but otherwise I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, also give it a massive thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.